What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock himself, aka Mr. Mental Healness from TikTok, mental_healness from Instagram and whatnot. If this is your first time tuning in, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. I'm a self-aware narcissist. That's what I market myself as. That's what I am. I've been diagnosed for almost 4 years now, and we're rolling into the punches. This podcast, this YouTube channel is all about bringing awareness to the other side of the narcissistic spectrum and to get more people into therapy, to validate people, get people into therapy, get people help. Let's go, let's get it. Today's episode is going to be about the dynamic of a narcissistic relationship versus the dynamic of a normal relationship. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, I did a video like this about this yesterday. 60 seconds is hard to squeeze everything I wanted to say into it, but I got the gist of it into it really quick. So pretty much the differences between like a narcissist relationship, one of the differences, and a normal relationship is like where the relationship begins and where the relationship ends or stops at. So the analogy I used on TikTok was that like that of a rock at the top of a hill and at the bottom of a hill. Like in a normal relationship, the rock starts at the bottom of the hill. The person, both people, have to push the rock to the top of the hill. So it starts with potential energy. So it starts at the bottom, getting to know each other, vibing, going out on dates, getting engaged, moving in together, getting married, having kids. You keep pushing it uphill, like the rock, like you work together to get that rock to the top of the hill, and you constantly pushing it. You're going uphill. You have to. It's hard work. You have to put in hard work to get there. Like you working and working and working. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, on the narcissist side of the spectrum, the rock starts at the top of the hill and goes down. So you like that's why it comes in hot. On the narcissist spectrum, you start at the top of the hill and you work your way down. You start with the love bombing, but the narcissist is just hitting you with literally everything, like making you literally fall in love with them almost immediately, giving you everything that you ever wanted, like hitting you with from all different angles of love. Like talking about kids, future faking, talking about kids, talking about moving in together, getting married, buying houses, cars, taking trips together, all kinds of future plans, like immediately within the first, sometimes I'll be seeing on TikTok, sometimes it's within the first day or so, but like generally I'll be seeing 2-3 weeks, a month and a half, and it's really just so quick. It's really quick. It's kind of like a fairy tale romance, you know what I mean? So you start at the top of the hill in this relationship and you push it down, so it's going really fast. So the rock is going downhill really fast. You both working together to get everything accomplished really fast, moving in together really quick, getting married really quick, engaged really quick, having kids together really quick, and then eventually that rock gets to the bottom of the hill and it stops rolling. So it starts with kinetic energy at the top of the hill. The narcissistic relationship starts with kinetic energy at the top of the hill and goes down it rolls down really fast, and then it gets to the bottom of the hill and turns into potential energy. Now, at that point of potential energy is when the love bombing stops. The love bombing stops, the devaluing begins and things like that, and you're confused as hell. Like you as the other person in the narcissistic relationship, you are confused as hell. You're like, so what happened? Like we started off so hot and heavy, everything was moving so quickly, everything was moving so fast, but now it's like it's so different. So you're at the bottom of the hill now, and you are trying to push it to the top. You try to push it back to the top of the hill, while the narcissist is comfortable at the bottom of the hill. This is the narcissist like normal state at the bottom of the hill. Like the love bombing and stuff like that, all that was not normal state. That's something different. That's something to get you to the bottom of the hill where the narcissist is comfortable at. So you are trying to push this. You are trying to push the rock back to the top of the hill. You're trying to turn it back. You're trying to turn this potential energy back into kinetic energy. You're trying to get that rock back to the top of the hill, back to the beginning of the relationship, how it was at the beginning of the relationship. You're always fighting to get back to the beginning, but you're still at the bottom of the hill, pushing by yourself. The narcissist is not helping you anymore. The narcissist is comfortable. This is the real version of the narcissist. Some people can't live with the version of the narcissist. Most people can't. And this is when like the trauma bonds start and things like that. This is like when you're fighting so hard to get back to the beginning of the relationship. You're like, this is the point where people get stuck, because a lot of times, like in today's society, you see narcissism so much on TV, you see it on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. This is the point where people get stuck a lot of times. Like you're trying so hard to fight for something, and then like it really doesn't exist. Like you're fighting so hard to get that version of that narcissist back, that version of your person back that you knew from the beginning, the person that you felt overwhelmingly in love with. You're fighting so hard to get that person back when that person really never existed. Now the narcissist is comfortable. So while you're fighting hard, you are losing yourself while the narcissist is remaining calm and devaluing you. And sometimes they're getting you ready, getting ready to, because you're trying so hard to get it back to the beginning of the relationship. The narcissist gets bored. Like we can literally get bored, and then that's when the discard comes in. That's when the devaluing comes in. And you're sitting there trying to fight your hardest for relationship. Like, why can't we start over? Let's start over from the beginning. Let's get back to the beginning. And every once in a while, this is what a breadcrumbing comes in at right here. Because you're at the bottom of the hill. You're trying so hard to push their relationship back to get it back to the beginning, to get it back to the top of the hill. Every once in a while, the narcissist will hit the rock a little bit, will nudge it back to the beginning to just show you that person that you fell in love with. Every once in a while, just show you a little bit, just to keep you there, You're like, okay, it's working. Like we're getting back to the beginning. Like we're working, and then back to the bottom of the hill. They push it up the hill, just far, help you push the rock up the hill just far enough for it to roll back down and right back to the bottom of the hill again. You know, and sometimes you roll back, you push it uphill and then you roll back. You're further from the point you were at first. So now the relationship is actually worse. It looked like it was getting better, but it actually got worse. And that process goes on for weeks, months, years, even forever. You know, because some people don't know that. They just think this is normal. Like, oh, this is my normal relationship. But nowadays, people are getting smart. The narcissists getting hip to it, that they leave. They're like, okay, I'm leaving. This person is gone. It's tough. I got to fight through it. I can't live here anymore. I have to go. And then they leave. Like, they literally just dip. I mean, that's cool, man, everything. Or the narcissist replaces you. So while you're trying to push this rock back to the top of the hill, back to the beginning of the relationship, the narcissist is like going up the other side of the hill, finding somebody else and pushing the rock down another side of the hill. So they're love bombing somebody else while you're trying your hardest to push the rock back up the other side of the hill. You're trying to get it back to that beginning. You're fighting to get back to the beginning of the relationship, while the narcissist is literally over here trying to start a new relationship with somebody else. And that's when the cheating starts, that's when the discard comes, and that's when you're left high and dry a lot of the times, and it sucks. And then that's what I said, and that's what gets a lot of people stuck, because like the trauma bond and stuff like that. Stuff I don't like. Me being a narcissist, I don't understand the emotions that go behind a trauma bond. I just feel like, when people ask me, they'll say, they'll ask me for information and advice. I'm like, just leave, you know what I mean? But then they tell me it's so hard, and it's like, it took a while for me to understand that, get to that understanding that the trauma bond exists. I don't understand the emotions behind it, but I understand why it exists. I'm like, okay, you've been here for this person so long, y'all built a life together, and then it's just hard to just like, okay, I'm done. Some people can do it. Some people can do it quick. Like, okay, I'm done. But other people, they fight. You're fighters, You're fighters, and you fight for the relationship. You keep fighting harder and harder and harder, and the harder you fight, the more you lose yourself. And then, like, in a couple of years or whatnot, you don't recognize yourself anymore, because now you've lost yourself in this relationship with the narcissist. Like, you're completely lost, and you don't recognize yourself, and you're in a constant state of perpetual unhappiness. And that's literally how it goes. That's the narcissistic cycle right there. It's like a hill, like I said. It starts at the bottom, works its way up, goes back down. It is a terrible, like I'm telling you, it's a terrible, terrible thing to be a part of. But like, me, I've been I've been up and down this hill a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, even in my own personal relationship, like love bomb my wife, pushed the rock, got to the bottom of the hill, fast and heavy, moved in within a year, married, kids, all this stuff together. Then the devaluing started and all the other good stuff, and it got to the point where therapy helped. Therapy has helped me like try to help push the rock back up to the top of the hill. It's hard work. It's not easy. That's why most narcissists don't go to therapy. It's hard. It's tough. Therapy is tough. And a lot of people don't want to deal with therapy. A lot of people don't want to go through the therapy. A lot of people, they rather just be at the bottom of the hill. And you don't, so you leave. It hurts to leave, because like you feel like you put so much work into this relationship that you don't want anybody else to reap the rewards of your hard work. So that's why a lot of times people stay with narcissists, because like I put so much time and effort into this relationship. I'm not gonna build this person up and let him leave and let somebody else reap the rewards. Trust me, they will not be reaping the rewards of much. Like it'll look like that in the beginning, but eventually they'll be in the same spot you are. And I know people want karma to catch up with the narcissist. Like, when is he gonna get his karma? When is she gonna get her karma? Like, it's coming. Like, the karma is waking up every day unhappy. The karma is working up every day. The karma is losing you. Just leave it like that. Just take it like that. The karma is losing you. And like I said, I'm trying to my hardest to understand the trauma bond a little bit more, to try to vibe with people a little bit more, try to connect with people a little bit more. So talking to survivors and things like that, talking to my wife, it helps me, it helps me kind of bridge the gap between narcissists and empaths and things like that. And it helps, like, y'all, it helps. That's how I got to the point I am right now. I understand the narcissistic dynamic right now, and it's just like interesting for me. I'm so logic based, I'm so based in logic that sorry. I'm sorry, y'all, but like I'm so based in logic that this stuff is interesting to me. I love it. I'm just like, I love the way the mind works. Like, that's one of my addictions. My addiction is the human mind. My addiction is people. I love it. I want people to understand where I'm coming from. I want people to feel my energy. I want people to feel my passion for this stuff right here, and I like helping survivors. So this is gonna be a quick. I ain't tell y'all at the beginning. This is gonna be a quick video because I didn't get the chance to post last week because I was so busy running around. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back to stay. I'm trying to do this one video at least every other day. Like today's video was just purely off the top of my head. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. I didn't want to do isolation. My next video is gonna be about isolation with the narcissist. How the narcissist moves you across the country, eliminates your friends and things like that. But that's one other video, y'all. Look, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, message me. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. And if you don't know, I'm going to be on CBS here in the next couple of weeks on The Doctors, talk about the self-aware narcissist. If you watching my podcast, if you listen to my podcast, I just did a little whoa for that. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so unbelievably much for all the support, the love, and whatnot, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm really appreciative of it. Thank y'all so much. Tune in next time, and peace.